Hello everyone, welcome to today's live stream. Basically, this is continuation of the previous live stream, which was on topic trigonometry. And I just wanted to mention that if you have not watched or not attended the previous live stream, part 1 on trigonometry, better to after this live stream go through that one, because we cleared and revised the concepts in that one. Today we'll be going through different questions. A quick recap, like for example 1 or 2 minutes, just quickly I'll go through the previous section which we did. And first of all, we discussed about trigonometry definition and ratios, trigonometric ratios, sine, cos, tan. Then we discussed Pythagoras theorem also, and different difficult questions in exam. Then inverse trigonometric functions, applications of Pythagoras theorem, and finding height and distances in different situations. And then area of triangle, three formulas we discussed. Area of triangle by half into base into height, then half into AB sine C, then Heron's formula. So all these things we covered last time. Plus we discussed how sine rule is applied, what is sine rule, how we are applying that one, and in which situation we are applying that one. And we discussed finally cosine rule also, and cosine rule in which situation we have to apply and how we are applying. So these things we covered. Bearing is also part of trigonometry, but bearing I will be dealing separately because that is a comprehensive detailed explanation is required for that bearing topic. So we'll be doing next incoming live stream. So this one, today's live stream is starting from here. Basically today we'll be going through the questions related to sine rule, cosine rule, Pythagoras theorem, whatever we discussed last time, which I just recapped. Now we'll be going through the examination questions. We will be taking latest examination questions from Excel and Cambridge, and we'll be solving that one. The first question which I have selected is from 0580 43 October November 21. This is the latest paper from Cambridge, and this is before starting this question you will have to keep in mind that in exam the questions which you will be getting will be involving sine rule, maybe cosine rule also, and different trigonometric functions. And in bearing also they are embedding basically these type of questions and giving complex situations. So from the marks you can assess, like for example this is 3 marks question, it should be involving 2-3 steps. It will not be very complicated question if it is of 3 marks, but 4 marks or above 4 marks will be requiring a little more understanding and a little more working will be required in that case. So whenever they are mentioning like not to scale, it means you can't measure any angle or any length from this drawing. This drawing is just provided for your understanding of the question. So they have provided this drawing and they are saying calculate AD. First of all, we need to figure out what is AD. This is AD. AD length is required. So AD length, to calculate AD length, we have to consider basically this upper triangle. We can consider, we have to have all the concepts which we have gone through, like sine rule, cosine rule. These should be in our mind, and we have to decide the strategy of the question, that how we will be finding AD length. So to find AD length, we can consider this ACD triangle and we can apply sine rule. Why we are going for sine rule? The reason is that we have one side AC length and we have 2 angles also provided, so we can utilize these lengths. So this is very important to formulate the strategy and think about the strategy. Like while you are practicing exam questions, you will have to decide what will be your strategy, and then you will be starting with the question. So hello everybody. So 9.33 centimeters. Mr. Ho has calculated for AD. That's nice, but that is correct. But we will be going through how we can calculate this. So this is the sine rule which we'll be applying. Will be taking 12 and opposite angle. So we can write 12 divided by sine of 100, and similarly we can write AD over sine of 50. And this is good that you are solving also and sending me the answer. That is very nice. And AA star students, basically if your concepts are clear, so you should go ahead and solve the question and compare whatever I'm doing. You can compare your working and rectify your answers accordingly. AD will be equal to 12 sine of 50. We will shift this sine 50 to the other side, and this will be divided by sine of 100, and we can simplify this with the help of calculator. So it will be 12 sine of 50 degree. Your calculator should be in degree mode, and this will be sine of 100, and this will be giving us answer as 9.33. And while writing the answer, I'm writing 9.33, but I'm just explaining here that in some time they are asking for answer in some significant figures or some decimal places. As just if you see this next question, they're saying 2 decimal places, so you will have to take care of the decimal places or significant figures whatever mentioned in the question, and accordingly your answer should follow those instructions. If they have not mentioned in the question, then main instruction is that your answer should be in 3 significant figures, and it will be 9.33 according to the main instruction of the questioner. So because this question is not having specific instructions, so that's why we are writing this one. I'm explaining each and everything according to examination point of view, so that you can secure each and every marks and you will not be losing anything. B part, calculate angle BAC and show that it rounds to this. So they have given you the answer that it should be rounded to 40.42 2 decimal places. So for this one, BAC is this angle which is required, and for the lower triangle we have all 3 sides provided. Whenever all 3 sides are provided, we are using cosine rule, which we discussed in the previous stream, and you can revise. If you want revision, you can revise that video. We have uploaded that stream video also. So this triangle is having all 3 sides. We will be using cosine rule, and cosine rule is what? Basically we required BAC, so we will take the opposite side. Opposite side is 8 centimeter, and we will write 8 square is equal to other 2 sides, like for example 11 squared plus other side is 12 squared minus 2 into one side into other side, and cos of the angle, and angle is BAC, so we can write BAC. Now simplification, basically I'm preferring simplification at the final stage because I don't want to lose the decimal places. So what I will do, I will shift this first to the other side, and we will get 8 squared minus 11 squared minus 12 squared. Then we will be shifting this portion also, and it will go as denominator because this is being multiplied, so it will go as 2 minus 2 and 11 and 12, and finally this is equal to cos BAC, and we have to find basically angle BAC. For angle BAC, we will be taking cos inverse trigonometric functions. Now you can figure out that inverse trigonometric functions are also involved, which you can go to the stream previous one. I have explained thoroughly. Now this will be 8 squared minus 11 squared minus 12 squared divided by minus 2 into 11 into 12. Hopefully you are following and understanding each and everything. And this we can use calculator to solve, and if we take the calculator, it will be shift cos or cos inverse, this will be fraction, and we can take 8 squared minus 11 squared minus 12 squared, and divided by, this will be minus 2 into 11 and into 12, and this will be, bracket will be closed, and this will be equal to 40.415. So we will write 40.415, but as the answer is required in two decimal places, so we can write approximately equal to, our rounded answer will be what, 40.41. So instead of 1 we will be writing 2, because this 5 is, if it is 5 or more than 5, we are writing 1. So what we can do, we can write it as 40.42, and this will be basically rounded answer up to 2 dp. We can write this as, so this will be the final answer, and according to the requirement we have provided. Next, C part is calculate the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. So you can try that one, Mr. Sanjay Marcus. Can you do revision for turning points? Surely we'll be taking that topic also. The latest topic, differentiation and turning points, maximum and minimum points, we will be taking that one also, because that is also disturbing a lot of students. So we will include that also in future stream. Keep in touch and attend the topics. This topic will also be taken. So calculate the area of quadrilateral ABC. Now this quadrilateral is, this whole quadrilateral is ABCD. We'll have to, if we take separate areas of triangle 1 and this triangle 2 and add those two areas, this will be basically area of the quadrilateral. This will be our strategy. We'll be finding area of the separate triangles, and in basically triangle triangle ACD will be half into AB sine C. So we can calculate over here, like for example, for triangle triangle 1, we can take half into AB sine C, and this will be half into 9.33, and B will be what? B we can take as 12, and sine C we have to take this angle, and included angle we will have to take, and this is 30 degree, because the other two angles are adding up to 150, so this will be 30. So we can take sine of 30 degree. Now we can calculate this by the help of calculator. I'm writing 0.5, which is equivalent to 1 by 2 multiplied by 9.33 multiplied by 12 and into sine of 30 degrees, and this is adding up to basically 27.99 will be area of the triangle 1. Basically this is the area of triangle, centimeter square. This will be area of first triangle. Now area of the second triangle we can find, which will be half into AB sine C. Again we can take 1 by 2 into AB 11 and 12 into sine C, and angle we have just calculated this 40 point, this angle is 40.42, and we can write this 40.42 degrees, and this will be, how much we can calculate this, this will be 0.5 into 11 into 12 into sine of 40.42, and this will be, area will be 42.79. so 42.79. so we got separate areas for both the triangles. We'll have to add, and working I have shown over here, and the same working we can shift at the proper place also. I'm just moving this, so we can move here. This will be the area of the triangle which we have done. This is basically area of the triangle. In front of this one I can paste, so This will be reference for this, and we can add the areas 27.99. So area of quadrilateral ABCD will be equal to 27.99 plus 42.79, and we can add this 42.79 is already there, so plus 27.99 will be equal to 70.78. So 70.78 centimeters square, and this is 3 marks question. Now, would you be able to do vectors as well? Sure. IGCSE syllabus. This is basically specific stream for IGCSE students. I will be covering IGCSE and GCSE students at Excel, Cambridge. The whole syllabus I'll be covering. I'll be writing down the topics which you are mentioning, and will be covering in coming streams. You can share this link with your friends and class fellows also, and keep in touch, and we'll be going through the latest paper questions as well. Now D part, calculate the shortest distance. These type of questions we discussed, the shortest distance questions are also they are asking, and this is 3 marks. It's very simple, but you will have to find the shortest distance from B to AC. First of all, we will have to figure out from B to AC what is the shortest distance. B to AC will be this shortest distance, mean you will have to draw the perpendicular. So perpendicular distance is always the shortest distance. So this is perpendicular, so it will be making 90-degree angle. Now we can consider triangle AB, and we can name this point as E. So we can consider triangle ABE, and in triangle we can write in triangle ABE. We can find basically, now it will be right angle triangle, and we can apply trigonometry, and it will be opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is BE, hopefully you are understanding, and divided by hypotenuse, which is AB. So this will be equal to sine of angle 40.42. This will be sine, and this will be basically providing us the length of shortest distance. So we can figure out this. So BE AB, basically we have AB as 11, so AB value we will replace. So this implies BE is equal to 11 sine of 40.42, and this will be equal to 11 sine of 40.42, and this will be equal to 7.11 into sine of 40.42. This is giving us 7.42, 7.13, basically 7.13 centimeters. This will be our answer, and always provide answer at the proper given place, because examiner should not be like taking trouble of finding your answer from other places. So provide answer at the proper given location. So now the next question, hopefully you understood. You can see this in this question what we have learned. We learned how to apply sine rule, we learned how to apply cosine rule, plus we applied the trigonometry also to find the shortest distance. So it's not that you will be getting in exam only sine rule separate question, cosine rule separate question, or trigonometry separate question. It will be having mixed concepts in one question, and that will be like a complex situation which you will have to tackle. Now next question, this question we have taken from 42 May June 21 0580, and we can quickly go through this question also. The diagram shows a quadrilateral ABCD made from two triangles ABD, and ABD is this triangle. You can figure out this is the triangle, and BCD is this triangle. So show that BD is equal to 16.9. BD is equal to 16.9, and this is BD, which is correct to one decimal place. Now we can basically apply cosine rule for this one, because we have two sides and an included angle. So one side is there, second side is there, and included angle is there. So we can apply cosine rule, and you can try side by side. When I will be solving, you can solve the questions also, like for example BD, and then you will be comparing your answer also with me. So it will be one side square plus 19 square minus 2 into one side into other side and cos of 57 degrees. And this is how we can figure out the BD. BD length will be 16 square. So first of all, I will write in under root format, and this will be 16 squared plus 19 squared minus 2 into 16 into 19 cos of 57, and this one will be square root of 16 squared plus 19 squared and minus 2 into 16 into 19 and cos of 57, and this is resulting to 16.9 up to one decimal place. So 16.9, this was we wanted to prove. We have done basically shown this. So 3 marks question. Similarly, calculate angle CBD. So CBD angle is which one? CBD CBD angle is this one. So we need to find this angle. Now we have this side which is 16.9, which is BD. Now we can use sine rule and find this angle first, and this angle 75 is already provided, so we can figure out the third angle of the triangle. So we will be trying to find this C first. By sine rule we can find, so 32 divided by opposite sine of opposite angle and 16.9 divided by the opposite sine of opposite angle. This will give us the sine angle C, and this one we can write 32 over sine of 75 degrees. 75 degrees, 32 over sine of 75 degrees is equal to 16.9 over sine of C. 16.9 over sine of C, and this implies now we can find the sine. Is basically algebraic simplification also you should know, so that you can simplify these type of questions easily, and you will not be facing any problem for simplification. So sine 75 we can shift to other side, so 75 and divided by 32, and this will be C will be equal to sine inverse of 16.9 into sine of 75 degrees and divided by 32, and this one we can figure out. This will be shift sine of fraction, and it will be 16.9 into sine of 75 degrees and over this will be 32, and this will be resulting to 30.67. This will be equal to 30.67. Now we got this angle as 30.67, but our target is to find this angle B. So B we can figure out, B will be 180 minus sum of other two angles, which is 75 plus 30.67, and we can figure out this will be 180 minus in bracket 75 plus 30.67 and bracket close, and this is resulting to 74.3 up to 1 dp. 74.3 degrees, this will be up to 1 dp. We have provided one decimal place, and this is done. We found basically B part, and the C part is find the area of the quadrilateral. For area of the quadrilateral, this is basically similar to the question which we have done over here. We found area of the quadrilateral by finding the area of the triangle. So I'm keeping this one for this part. I'm keep leaving it for you. You can find this by finding the area of triangles. How you will be finding? You will be finding area of triangle ABD by half AB sine C and the triangle BCD, and then you will be adding the area, and final answer you will get 387.79, and this answer you will be doing working for this part. Hopefully I just wanted to skip, it's the similar question. Now question number 9, which is basically from 43 May June 21, and they're saying calculate the perimeter. So perimeter of the quadrilateral, we require all sides. We don't have any side. They have not provided any side, so all sides we need to find. Only some information in terms of angles are provided, and this measurement is provided. So what we will do, we will consider first of all this triangle we can consider, and we can apply trigonometry to find AD side. We can find AD is opposite, so we can write AD over BD. AD over BD will be equal to opposite over hypotenuse is taken as sine, so sine of 35 degrees, and AD over BD is 14, so 14 is equal to sine of 35 degrees. So AD will be equal to 14 sine of 35 degrees. This will be length AD. If we calculate this length, this will be 14 sine of 35 degrees, and this is equal to 8.03. So I'm writing 8.03 up to 2 dp. This is basically in centimeters, and the second length we found basically this one. I'm writing 8.03 AD we found. Now we can consider the same triangle and find AB. So AB over BD will be, again this will be same triangle, and it will be cos of 30. It will be adjacent over hypotenuse, which is cos of 35 degrees. So we can write AB over BD is 14 is equal to cos of 35 degrees, and AB will be equal to 14 cos of 35 degrees, and 14 cos of 35 degrees will be equal to 11.46. So we can write 11.46, and next number is 8, so we will write 11.47. So we got this 11.47. Two sides we got. Now we can consider this triangle, and in this triangle we have two angles. Third angle also we can find, and third angle will be what? 105. So this will be 75. 105 mean these two angles are adding up to 105, so remaining angle will be 75. Now we can apply sine rule. 14 centimeter divided by sine of 75. So we can write 14 divided by sine of 75. This will be equal to, we can take CD over sine of 45 degrees, and CD will be equal to what? CD will be equal to 14 sine 45 degrees divided by sine of 75 degrees. Now this will be simplified to 14 sine 45 degrees divided by sine of 75 degrees. This will be equal to, in decimal it will be 10.25. So 10.25 up to 2 decimal places, and hopefully you are understanding. What we have done, we have applied basically sine rule, then sine rule, and basically trigonometry, and this is the sine rule. Now we can find BC side also. This side is 10.25, and BC side we can figure out. BC side we can figure out 14 over sine of 75 will be equal to BC over sine of 60. Again, sine rule we are applying. Hopefully you are understanding this. So 14 over sine of 75 is equal to BC over sine of 60 degrees, and this will be BC will be equal to 14 sine of 60 degree divided by sine of 75 degrees, and BC we can calculate. This will be 14 sine of 60 degrees divided by sine of 75 degrees. This will be equal to, decimal value will be 12.55. So 12.55, this will be the measurement on this side, 12.55. Now we can add, for perimeter we have to add all four measurements, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are in centimeter. So perimeter will be equal to 8.03 plus 11.47 plus 10.25 plus 12.55, and this will give us the perimeter 8.03 plus 11.47 plus 10.25 and plus 12.55, and this is resulting to 42.3. So 42.3 centimeters, this is the perimeter. Hopefully you understood this also. Now the next is angle of elevation and depression, which basically we discussed in the previous stream also. And angle of depression is this one. If we recap, this angle of depression is lower than eye level, and angle of elevation is above eye level, eye level. So this is eye level, above eye level will be angle of elevation. So this is angle of elevation. Hopefully you understood this. Now next question is containing the thing which is we discussed, angle of elevation and angle of depression, and this is a question we have taken from Edexcel GCSE, IGCSE basically. And this one question is saying in the diagram AB represents a vertical cliff. So AB is vertical cliff, height is 25 meters. The points C and D are buoys on the surface of the sea. So C and D are these buoys. So that CDA is a horizontal straight line. The angle of elevation of B from C is 33. They have not mentioned which angle. So this angle C is 33 degrees, and CD is equal to 20. This also information they have labeled. Calculate the size of the degree to 3 significant figures of the angle of depression from D, angle of depression of D from B. So which angle is required? They are looking for this angle. So how we can reach to this angle? Basically this will be, first of all we need to consider this whole triangle. This whole triangle we have to consider, and we have to take AB as opposite, which is 25. So this will be 25, and adjacent AC we will be finding, and we will be considering the other triangle, which is ABD. So first of all we can write in triangle ABC, AB over AC will be equal to sine of 33, because it is opposite over adjacent, and AC is 25, AB is 25 basically. So 25 over AC will be equal to sine of 33 degrees. So AC we can write is equal to 25 over sine of 33 degrees, and this one we can calculate 25 over sine of 33 degrees, and this will be equal to 45.90. This will be meters in length. So 45 is this complete length. 45 is this complete length, out of which this is 20, and remaining will be AD, and we can figure out AD length will be 45.90, and minus 20, so it will be 25.90. This will be 25.90 will be this length. Now we can find this angle if we consider triangle ABD. So we can write in triangle, I will solve here, in triangle ABD, we can take opposite over adjacent, so which is AD over AB, which is equal to sine of theta. We can take this one as angle B, so theta, and this will be equal to sine inverse of AD over AB, and this will be equal to sine inverse of AD is 25.90 over, this will be 25, and this will be equal to, basically this will not be sine, it should be tan. Opposite over adjacent is tan theta, sorry, so I'm just rectifying, this will be tan theta, so this will be tan inverse, and this will also be tan inverse, and tan inverse of this we can figure out, this will be shift tan of fraction 25.90 over 25 and bracket close, and this will be equal to 46.0. This will be in degrees. So this is the working which we have done for this theta, and up to 3 significant figures they are asking for. That's why we have written 46.0 and 1, so you can write up to this one. So if we write 1, that will be 4 significant figures, so we are not writing that one. So this will be our answer, and hopefully you understood each and everything. Now we can go through one more question, and this question is also basically interesting. It's taken from 41 May June 21, so 0580 41 May June 21. So this is the diagram, shows triangle ABC, and X is the point on BC. AX is equal to this, XC is also given, and angle ABC is 58, and angle AX B is 78. So what I will do, I will explain this question how you will be solving, but you will be solving this later on. Calculate AC. How we will be finding AC? AC will be this, and we can figure out this angle, and this angle will be 180 minus 78. So 180 minus 78 mean 102. So you will take 102 degrees, and we have all other two sides, so you will be applying cosine rule to find AC. So for this question you will be applying cosine rule, and you will be finding this. I'm leaving it as homework for you. Similarly, BX is like this one, BX is this one, and to find this BX we have all 3 angles. This 2 angles are provided, and this angle we can find 180 180 minus this will be 58 plus 78, and this will be equal to 180 minus 58 plus 78. This will be resulting to 44. So we got all three angles. Now we have basically one length. When A is x side we have, so we can use that ax side, and we'll be applying sine rule for this. So for this question you will be applying sine rule, and you will be reaching to the answer. Hopefully you are getting this. And next is calculate the area of the triangle. Area of triangle ABC. To find area of the triangle ABC, what we can do, we can write basically we have angle, we have lengths also. So after finding this length and this length, what you can do, you can apply half into AB sine C. So area of the triangle, you will be applying area of the triangle is equal to half into AB sine C, and you will be solving this question. Hopefully you are understanding this. Next, this C part is basically different topic, so I'm not taking this one. And this is the question, calculate x. We need to find this x value, and x is this, so length is required. So what we will do, we can find BD first, and BD will be by Pythagoras theorem. We can consider this triangle first, and we can find BD. So BD squared will be equal to 13.6 squared, 13.6 squared plus 7.4 squared. This is the Pythagoras theorem. So BD will be equal to 13.6 squared plus 7.4 squared root, and this will be equal to square root of 13.6 squared plus this will be 7.4 squared, and this is equal to 15.48. So after finding this 15.48, after finding BD length, now we can apply trigonometry on this triangle BCD. So we can write in BCD, in triangle BCD, we can apply, this will be opposite over hypotenuse. So BD over CD will be equal to sine of 41 degrees. And this is how we can do this. In BD is basically 15.48, so we can write 15.48 over CD is equal to sine of 41 degrees, and this one we can solve here. CD will be equal to 15.48, and this will be divided by sine of 41 degrees, and this will be fraction 15.48 divided by sine of 41, and this will be equal to 23.59, or we can write basically 23.60. so 23.60 this one, or up 23.6. this is basically the 5 marks question which we are done with. Now this is basically the adaxial question which we have chosen, and this is also very interesting question. Diagram is not accurately drawn, and they are saying ABCD is a parallel quadrilateral where ABCD are points in the circle. AB is given, BC is given, angles are also provided. Work out the perimeter of the quadrilateral. Give your answer in correct to 1 decimal place. Correct to 1 decimal place answer is required. Keep in mind. So while going through the question, it's very nice for you if you will be highlighting, if you will be not in exam highlighting, you will be just underlining the main points which you should not ignore. So how we will be finding the perimeter? To find the perimeter, basically we have only this side which is 8 centimeters. We need all the other side. This side is also 7.5, so we require what we require two sides. We require this side as well as we require AD, which is this one. So we need to target this. So first of all, we will find AC. We will be considering which triangle? We will be considering this triangle, and we can use cosine rule to find AC. So AC will be equal to what? AC squared will be equal to one side squared plus other side squared minus 2 into one side into other side into cos of angle, which is 98 degrees. And now we can take under root to take sine. So basically AC, so it will be 8 squared plus 7.5 squared minus 2 into 8 into 7.5 into cosine of 98 degrees. And if we calculate square root of 8 squared plus 7.5 squared minus 2 into 8 into 7.5 into cos of 98, and this will be resulting to 11.70. So we got 11.70. Yes, so AC is, we calculated, we can mention here 11.70 is AC. Now in this triangle, in which triangle? In this triangle, we can figure out basically, and see one more property here is involved, which is circle theorem property. We have not taken circle theorem, but see this one. This is basically cyclic quadrilateral, because A, B, C, D, these are vertices of the quadrilateral on the circumference. So these opposite angles should add up to 180 degree. So this angle will be 180 minus 98, which is equal to 82. So this angle we got as 82. Now we have two angles, and third angle also we can find, and we have the measurement like 11.70 also. Now we can apply sine rule, and we can write in triangle, I will solve here, in triangle ACD, AC over sine of 82 is equal to AD over sine of 35 degrees, and AC is what? AC is 11.70. So AD, now we can simplify, this will be 11.70 into sine of 35 degrees divided by sine of 82 degrees, and this will be giving us the value for AD, and this will be fraction 11.70 multiplied by sine of 35 degrees divided by sine of 82 degrees, and this will be equal to 6.778. So 6.78 will be this value AD. So AD, we found AD is 6.78 centimeters. And similarly we can apply sine rule for the other side also. Third angle we can figure out, this will be, if you calculate, this will be 63, and we can apply cosine rule for the other side also, and we can find basically DC over 63, DC over sine of 63 will be equal to AC over sine of 82. AC is 11.70, so 11.70 over sine of 82, DC will be equal to 11.70 sine of 63 over sine of 82, and we can figure out this will be 11 point, we can calculate this, 11.70 over, this will be sine of 63 degrees over this will be sine of 82, basically over I have to write here sine of 82 degrees, and this will be resulting to 10.53 centimeters. So we got all measurements. 10.53 will be this one, 10.53. So now we can add all three. So 8 plus 7.5 is 10. Have solved over here, and this will be adding up to, we can write 8 plus 7.5 plus 10.53 plus this will be 6.78 and point I'm just marking again, and this will be equal to 32.81. this will be centimeters. This is the final answer. These type of questions, now you felt that it's not that only one sine rule, cosine rule you will be getting independent questions for sine rule or cosine rule. You will be not getting only questions for sine rule or cosine rule. It will be embedded questions, it will be complicated questions which will be involved. So you need to basically apply all the rules. So you will have to be ready for applying circle theorems, applying trigonometry, applying geometry, applying bearing also. So all these type of concepts they will be assessing. And this question which we have just last done, this question, this is basically 6 marks question. So 5-6 mark questions are a little complicated. Hopefully you understood each and everything. We will be uploading this video, and you can revise this also, and you can share the link with your friends and introduce this link to your class fellows and classmates, and introduce this channel to your respected teachers as well. Thank you very much. See you next time. Take care. Bye.